1. While 256 districts being declared drought affected, how India is carrying out relief activities. GS Paper 3, Disaster Management. India's response to drought. India has a lasting infrastructure of public support that can be expanded in drought years to provide relief. Large-scale public works were organized, often employing more than 1 lakh workers in a single district. Food distribution was arranged for destitute persons who were unable to work. Arrangements were also made for debt relief, cattle camps, water supply and more. Will MGNREGA meet the employment requirement in rural India this year? MGNREGA generated 230 crore person-days of work in 2015-16. The result was a mountain of arrears more than 12,000 crore at the end of 2015-16. If last year's employment level is to be maintained this year, the central government would need to spend at least 50,000 crore, rising to more than 60,000 crore if arrears are to be cleared. Yet the allocation for MGNREGA in this year's budget is only 38,500 crore. Unless the central government accepts the need for a large injection of funds, MGNREGA's employment is all set to contract again, leading to a disaster in a drought year. Is people's dependence on special relief measures in drought years considerable? People's ability to withstand drought on their own has increased. Incomes have risen, the rural economy is more diversified, and water supply facilities have improved. Social security system has emerged in rural India, with permanent income support measures such as the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, MGNREGA, the Public Distribution System, PDS, midday meals and Social Security pensions. This also reduces people's dependence on special relief measures in drought years. Role of public distribution system in drought relief. It is arguable that the PDS is even more important than MGNREGA as a tool of drought relief. Monthly food rations under the PDS are more regular and predictable than MGNREGA's work. They also cover a much larger fraction of the rural population, 75% under the National Food Security Act, NFSA. A well-managed PDS is a major safeguard against hunger and starvation. 2. Storms bring hail, strong winds, small tornadoes to U.S. plains. GS Paper 1, Physical Geography, Geophysical Phenomena. Why recently in news? A rope tornado brushed fields south of Wichita, Kansas, and another small twister touched down in southwestern Indiana on Tuesday. Tornadoes often assume a ropey, sinuous shape in their final minutes, but they can remain narrow like this during their entire life cycles. Forecasters had predicted a 90% chance of tornadoes and said 80% could have winds above 111 miles per hour in much of Oklahoma and northern Texas. What is a tornado? A tornado is a strong, turbulent column of air, moving fast and keeping in contact with the Earth's surface and a vertically formed cloud carrying dense water vapors, called the cumulonimbus cloud. Commonly, the tornadoes are shaped like a funnel, but the shape and structure can vary according to the climatic conditions. The bottom end of the vortex is surrounded by a cloud of dust and debris. Tornadoes are formed from the extremely large thunderstorms called supercells. Causes of tornadoes. Tornadoes are caused by the thunderstorms being extremely large, unstable, and with wind shear in the lower region of the atmosphere. Instability refers to the hot and humid conditions in the lower atmosphere and cooler conditions in the upper atmosphere. Due to the variation in the vapor pressure of hot and cool air, the hot air rises above and the cool air drops below. Wind shear refers to the changing of wind direction and wind speed increasing with height. Firstly, when the thunderstorm approaches, the wind direction, speed changes in the upper area of the atmosphere and causes an invisible horizontal spinning effect in the lower region. Secondly, the horizontal air is tilted to vertical because of the rising hot air's updraft. It eventually forms into a spiral with diameter ranging from 2 to 6 miles of rotating air. Thirdly, a rotating wall cloud originating from the center of the storm, eye of the storm, is formed as the base cloud. This region is rain-free.